Good morning, wherever you are, wherever you may be. Today, I'd like to talk to you about something that I got as a gift about almost 20 odd years ago. Strangely enough, Secret Santa at the workplace. I do not necessarily agree with Secret Santas because, as I've seen in my current workplace, which I do not participate in, some people have caused a lot of issues with said thing. This is not the nicest of books that I have. I have two big atlases. Unfortunately, these atlases are elsewhere. One such atlas is by Patrick Moore, and it has the maps of the moon and Mars on them, and I think there might even be some of Venus, from what I can tell. This is a nice little book because its size, because the atlases I've got are huge. I mean, you look up at the night sky and not necessarily see that, but you may see the stars in that, unless you've got a really nice slow exposure camera, which you can now do with the digital SLRs and so forth. I'm not that well versed in cameras, I will admit that, because it's not my field of expertise. Hence also why when I take a photograph it's not really that good. There's the odd photograph that isn't too bad. This particular book tells you a brief history of the solar system. The only problem is, as I pointed out again, it's 20 years out of date. So things such as exoplanets and other stars are not really covered in this work. I was hoping with the last one that I bought, well, unfortunately that was about 15 years ago, to get a more up-to-date, more concise particular book. I may see if I can search and do some detective work to find if I can find these books out there online or something of the equivalent. If you're interested in the universe, this is definitely something that I would recommend, because you can find out a lot more about the universe. The universe in which we inhabit is enormous, huge. You can watch the works of Carl Sagan's Cosmos on YouTube. I can't remember how many episodes it is now at this point in time, but I did watch them all, and yes, at the time they were a bit outdated, shall we say. Neil deGrasse Tyson has done a revamp of said show. I'm not sure which streaming service it's on. I think it may be Netflix, but Neil deGrasse Tyson seems to know exactly what he's talking about. He has met Carl Sagan. Carl Sagan unfortunately left our world in the 90s due to cancer, so he had quite a insightful, sparked interest in people. He even convinced Neil deGrasse Tyson to do astrophysics and things along that nature. Also, another character that you'll see is Macha Kuku. I probably just butchered his name. He's a Japanese man that is into string theory. Before string theory there was quantum mechanics, and I cannot even begin to grasp quantum mechanics and string theory. The string theory is supposed to be the theory of everything, and what that has to do with the universe is also everything. In this tiny weeny little part of this galaxy that we live in, the Milky Way. We are in one of the spiral arms. At this moment in time, I don't want to get it wrong because each arm in our galaxy has a particular name. However, we do not say our 8 main planets orbit our sun. In turn, there is a bubble around our solar system, or if you like, the Oort cloud, which shields us from cosmic rays, not completely, but shields us from rays from other stars and such forth. This has been detected by the Voyager space probes that have taken a long time, and also track the furthest travelling objects at the system. Their main purpose was to do a tour of the gas giants. 2 of them went to Jupiter and Saturn, whilst one of them didn't just do do Jupiter and Saturn, it also did Uranus and Neptune, as we didn't really know much about these things at the time. I digress. But in that video where I say I digress, the digress is relevant in this case. Just a little bit of history about the 2 Voyager space probes. I might do something in a future point just to show you what they look like, and a little bit about what they do and some of the systems and things they have on them. They're powered by nuclear radioisotopes, so as an energy source, these are starting to run out. But anyway, getting back to the topic in hand. So our solar system travels around our galaxy and completes a turn around our galaxy which is 100 million light years across over a colossal period of time. So nothing is still stable. As much as the sun has gravity, it still can be affected by objects that are passing through our system and other objects leaving or entering our solar system. The middle of our galaxy has got a supermassive black hole called Sagittarius A. We're in no danger of having any issues with this due to its distance from us. That's not to say that our galaxy doesn't have other black holes. Most of the black holes we've detected are far, far, far away. They do have an enormous gravitational effect due to their mass, and our sun is pretty puny compared to some of the mass of some of these colossal black holes. In the sort of size comparison, and there's quite a few videos on size comparison, you start with our solar system, then you start with the local group of stars, which I think is around 25 to 30 stars. With the event of Hubble and gravitational lensing in the 1990s, we detected our first exoplanets. Furthermore, with systems like the James Webb Telescope, it has increased our knowledge 100-fold. There was also the Kepler mission, which was sent out to the Lagrange point, I believe, to observe certain parts of the universe and galaxies to find planets more accurately. Now we can actually see a planet we know of thousands of worlds beyond our own, which fills me with awe. Some would say it's not our business, but being inquisitive and exploring is something that humans will always do until we evolve and become something different, if we survive the next X amount of years. Some of you will not be particularly interested because we're incapable of processing things where there's billions of miles distance between objects, that the cost of sending missions to other worlds is extraordinarily expensive. Even sending stuff to the moon is very, very expensive. Would like to do deep dives, I suppose, in future on things like stars, because not all stars are the same. Our star is a medium size, or quite a small star actually. You have life cycles of stars where many different outcomes, all due to their size. Up until a certain point, the biggest star in our solar system was UV Scuti. Well, not solar system, sorry. I'll rephrase that. Our universe was UV Scuti. However, I think that's been replaced by Stevenson, but they're still not exactly 100% clear exactly how large this star is, because it's very difficult to measure through distance away, and these worlds are something else. Wrapping up, I do find it quite interesting. I'm sure you'll find it interesting as too. You can use such things as Wikipedia to find out a little bit more about our solar system. Our local group goes up to being into a local group of galaxies, and then with that, galaxies go into a supercluster. There's many superclusters in the universe which I will barely touch on, such as the Virgo supercluster, which I believe is one of the bigger superclusters. I don't want to give out inaccurate information. If I piqued your interest, please like and subscribe. I am still working on modernising and becoming a bit more interesting to look at, and a lot less times where I touch my head and creating decent thumbnails. I do enjoy making these videos for you guys, and I do appreciate the support. If you're watching this for the first time, please like and please subscribe to my channel, as each sub means quite a lot to me, and the like will highlight me more so in the YouTube algorithm. In the growth of this channel, I devote quite a bit of time in thinking about subjects and stuff. Most of these don't have scripts, as you no doubt can tell. As I learn a little bit more about how to edit videos and stuff like that, the quality will increase. I've come a long way since the first video in April last year, and I do thank you very much for your support. Now please, wherever you may be, please like and subscribe, which I've said too many times already, and have a great day wherever you are, whenever you are. This is 4046 Alva and out.